Hello, welcome to Yoga with Steff and Monkey. We're going to find a fun Vinyasa flow that's going to focus a little bit more on balancing. Not something we do all the time. So join me at the top of your mat. We'll find a few sun salutations to get us warmed up. So making sure your feet are about hip width apart. It's usually a little bit shorter a distance than most people think. Taking a long breath in and a slow breath out. Grounding down through your toes and your heels. Noticing your inhales, traveling up the spine, growing a little bit taller. And as you exhale, you soften your shoulders, your fingers reach towards the ground. When you're ready, we'll find a few sun salutations, but always feel free to go at your own breath if that feels best for you. On your next inhale, we'll take our arms overhead and exhale to fold forward, bending your knees as needed. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling, planting your hands, stepping back for any type of chaturanga that feels good for you. Now you can use knees down, you can even just hold plank. Inhaling for up dog or cobra. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Pedaling out the knees, the feet. Pushing away with your hands from the mat. Taking some full breaths. And on your next inhale, walking your feet up to meet your hands, looking up with a flat back, and exhaling to fold. Inhaling all the way up, and exhaling, hands through heart center. Nice. Taking a breath here in between. And then inhaling, arms up. And exhaling to fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, planting your hands and finding chaturanga. Inhaling for up dog or cobra. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Taking a few full breaths here. Feeling free to move how it feels good for you. We're warming up. When you're ready, walking your feet towards your hands and looking up with a flat back. And exhaling to fold. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling, hands through heart center. Pausing here and taking a breath. Building a little bit of heat. And on your next inhale, arms up and overhead, palms touch, and we exhale to fold forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling, planting the hands, stepping back for whatever chaturanga feels good for you today. Exhaling back to downward facing dog and taking a few full breaths here. A long breath in. Slow breath out. Inhaling your feet up to meet your hands, looking up with a flat back, and exhaling to fold. Inhaling all the way up, and exhaling, hands through heart center. We'll find a forward fold here, standing forward fold. So placing your hands on your hips, shoulders down, Reaching up with the crown of your head, taking a breath in. We'll exhale, hinging from the hips and fold forward. Feeling that place where you have folded forward and you can't really go any more because of your hamstrings. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to let our head hang, and if you'd like, you can bring your hands to the mat. Taking a few full breaths here, softening the back of your neck. Hair everywhere. Maybe shaking your head a little bit. Working towards straightening your knees. Maybe not today, and that's okay. Putting a little bit more weight into your toes. Noticing that looks a little bit more neutral than when I have a little bit more weight back in my heels. We're looking for kind of like a neutral weight. So weight in your toes and also your heels. Taking one more full breath here. And inhaling halfway up, nice and slow. Exhaling, hands to your hips. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands through your heart. Nice, taking a breath here. Long breath out. When you're ready, let's place our hands on our hips. We're going to take a big step backward with our right foot. Setting up for Warrior Two. So in Warrior Two, our hips are open, my right knee is bent, and I'm working towards a 90-degree angle in my right knee. Making sure the knee doesn't go over the ankle, really grounding in with the right toe and the right heel. And then my left leg is straight behind me, really using the knife's edge, that like left side edge of my left foot, and really pushing that energy up. Placing our hands, our arms out into a T, shoulders relaxed, and looking over our right middle finger. Taking a breath here. Taking a breath out, finding softness in the shape. And then we'll find we'll find half moon pose. So when you're ready, we will start to bring that left foot in, and our right fingertips come to the ground. Slowly that left leg lifts at hip height. We don't want it any higher. We don't want it up here. We want it about hip height, which I'm hoping I'm at. I can't see. Grounding in with your right big toe. Really grounding in with your right heel as well. Reaching up with your left hand, opening up your chest. Taking a breath here. Your focal point can be down at your right hand. It could also be up at your left hand if you're feeling like really balancy today. Taking one more breath. Bending that right knee, coming back down through Warrior Two. Inhaling, straightening both legs. Toes point towards the front. We'll take a nice big inhale here. And we'll exhale slowly, just like in our forward fold before. Finding that place where we can't go anymore, so it's our edge. And then bending our knees and bringing our hands down to the mat for a wide-legged forward fold. Taking a breath here. Taking a breath out. Moving the weight forward a little bit. Maybe you have your hands here to catch you, so maybe it's even easier. One more breath in. Breath out. Inhaling halfway up. And then exhaling, hands to hips. Inhaling all the way up. And Warrior Two on the left. Setting up your Warrior Two. Shoulders down. feeling both strong and soft in the shape. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose if you're not stuffy. Maybe feeling like someone's pulling you back a little bit by that right hand. Really engaging the left toe. Taking one more breath and then we'll move into half moon shape. Exhaling. And then starting to heel or tiptoe that right foot in. Left hand comes to pronged fingers and our right arm reaches up. Our right leg floats at about hip height. Engaging that left toe into the ground. Reaching up with that right arm, opening up your chest. The right foot is flexed. Taking one more breath here. Nice. Bending that left knee, coming through warrior two, and then exhaling, cartwheeling your hands to frame that left foot, step back, and chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. Stepping your right foot forward in between your hands, dropping that left knee, and finding a low lunge. Letting your hips sink forward, taking a breath. Breath out. We will move this right hand to the inside of that right foot and heel toe our right foot towards the side of our mat, finding lizard pose. Taking a breath here. Maybe this feels good, maybe you don't feel much of a hip opener. You want to use that right hand to slowly open up that right knee, coming onto the knife's edge of your right foot. Taking a breath wherever you are. Inhaling back to center, coming through that low lunge, and sinking back, finding runner's stretch or runner's lunge. Right toes are pointed, right foot is pointed. We're sinking back. We're trying to keep our hips neutral. I don't know how great of a job I'm doing of that, but that's the focus. Feeling a deep stretch on our hamstring. Taking a breath here. Full breath out. Moving back and finding tabletop. Taking your hips side to side for a moment. And then when you're ready, we'll step our left foot forward, finding a left low lunge. Taking a breath, letting your hips really sink down. And from here, we'll find lizard. So bringing the left hand in, heel toeing the left foot out. Noticing how lizard feels here. And maybe using that left hand to come onto our left knife's edge of our foot to open up our hips a little bit. Taking a breath wherever you are. Exhaling, coming back through low lunge, and then coming back into runner's lunge. So our hips sink back, our left foot flexes, taking a long breath in, and a slow breath out, noticing that stretch on your hamstring, the back of your thigh. Nice. Inhaling, bending that left knee forward, and coming into tabletop. From here, we'll curl our toes under and find downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Long breath out. Walking our feet up to meet our hands. Looking up with a flat back and exhaling. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands through heart center. We'll find tree pose here. So finding the center of your mat, hands on our hips. I like to keep my hands on my hips just because it keeps my hips from kind of moving around, you'll see. So we'll come onto our right foot, bring the weight into that right leg. You can start to bring that left foot in. This is a great tree pose right here. You can bring the tree pose up a little bit as well onto your calf muscle. Another option would be up here as well. Noticing my hip kind of moves up there, right? So having my hands there keeps me neutral. Chest is nice and open. Taking a few breaths here, shoulders down, reaching up with the crown of your head, grounding down with that right big toe. Nice, one more breath. Exhale, bringing that left foot down with control and shaking out the right leg. Nice. All right, let's balance on the other side. So bringing our weight into our left foot, our left leg. Noticing where it feels good for us today. Keeping our hips nice and neutral, our chest open and shoulders down. Core is engaged. Taking a breath. Long breath out. One more full breath here in tree pose. You got this. And exhaling, bringing that right foot down with control. Nice work. When you're ready, we'll find a vinyasa to the ground. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhale, looking up with the flat back. Exhaling, chaturanga. However that feels right for you today. Exhaling into child's pose instead of downward facing dog. Taking a few full breaths. Two more slow breaths. Knowing you can also keep your arms by your side. When you're ready, we will bring ourselves to our back. We'll find bridge pose here. So our feet are flat on the ground, our knees are bent, shoulders away from our ears. So we're going to really ground down with our heels and our feet in order to lift our hips. So when you're ready, on an inhale, grounding down as our hips lift, and we'll hold this for 5 breaths. Really engaging your core. Your quadriceps are very engaged here as well. Three more full breaths. You got this. Noticing your glutes engaged. Chest is still open. And when you're ready, exhaling your hips to the ground. It might feel nice to take your knees side to side for a moment. Oh, always having a dream. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Okay? The puppy's chasing you? Yeah. Okay. So just kind of taking your knees side to side for a moment. Maybe taking your knees into your chest, giving them a little hug. Finding anything else that feels good here before we're going to find our final Shavasana. Taking our arms and legs out by our side. Just allowing ourselves to be. The legs and arms are heavy. Stomach is relaxed. Exhaling, your chest is heavy. Softening your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. Softening your neck muscles as you notice your eyebrows melt towards your ears. Shavasana. Remaining here for at least 5 minutes because you deserve it. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.